What's up, y'all? I want to talk about something that nobody does in life, but I do it, and I feel like it's given me so many, like everything I ever wanted in life, I get. I feel like I get whatever I want. I feel like I get whatever I need. And I just live an amazing life, and I think this is a big reason. So if any of you watching this try what I recommend today, you're probably going to have a way better life. I'm not going to lie. We're going to keep it a secret between us, though, because I think this is a secret that not a lot of people know. And I really hope this helps everyone. As you guys know, this is the channel where I just talk about stuff I've learned. You guys see a different side of me. I don't do any edits because I suck at editing. I'm a dumb edit and I just don't care. And like if I stutter, I don't care. If I cuss, I don't give a damn. You guys know this channel. It's just where we hang out. It's like we're on a little FaceTime call. We're just hanging out. So the thing that I'm talking about, I'm not going to clickbait you guys and make you wait till the end of the video. The secret that I'm talking about that gives me whatever I want is not needing anything. Now, I know that sounds really weird. Let me explain. So, a lot of people go through life and they feel needy. They need, like, they feel like they really want a friend, or they want their friend to do this, or they want to go here, or they want to go here, or they want to wear this, but oh no, they can't. A lot of people give a lot of energy to certain things. They want things to go their way. Like a lot of people go through life and they're like, okay, I hope this happens, or I really hope this happens, or I want it to go this way. And they also think, oh, I hope this doesn't happen. I hope this person doesn't come and see me. I hope I don't have to talk to this person. I hope I don't have to wear this shirt. I hope I don't have to do this thing in class. I hope I don't talk to this person. I hope this person doesn't. Like people are always using their imagination to think of things they don't want, or think of things they really, really want. But that's bad. The reason it's bad is because when you set your mind on something that you really, really want, or you really, really don't want, you're basically telling your mind to produce it. Now, I'm not going to go deep into the mind and all that, but basically whatever you think and whatever you feel, that is what's going to happen in your life. If you truly feel that something's going to happen, it will happen. I know that sounds cuckoo, sounds crazy, sounds insane. But if you don't believe it, then you're just a drifter. But anyway, what I'm saying is the bad thing, the first bad thing about, living like that, like think about your own situation. Have you ever thought like, okay, I really hope this happens? Like think of a time where you really wanted something to happen. Or think of a time where you really didn't want something to happen. You really, really hoped something didn't happen. Think of that. The reason that that's bad is because when you give mental power to something, when you think of something you really, really, really don't want, you're basically inviting it into your life because you're giving it so much feeling, you're giving it so much power. Whenever you're thinking of something you really, really do want, you really, really do want this to happen, you would think you're giving it power. Like when you're like, okay, I really want this to happen, I really want this to happen. You would think that you're giving it power, but you're not. You're really reinforcing the fact that you don't have that thing. So when you're like, okay, I really want a girlfriend, I really want a girlfriend. Most people tell you online, like, okay, the way to get a girlfriend or the way to manifest something in your world is to think about it and think about wanting it and think about how you want it. But that's actually wrong. The more you think about how you want something, you're basically telling your mind you don't have it. You're basically saying, okay, I want $1 million, but I don't have it right now. I don't have it. And what you need to do is you need to start saying, I have it. You need to start saying to yourself, I have a girlfriend. Now, this might sound crazy because a lot of you are slaves to your senses. What you see is what you think the world is. What you hear is what you think what's going on in the world. What you feel, you think that's what the world is. But the world is so much bigger than what you can feel, see, touch, smell. Your senses seem like really, really awesome, but the world is way bigger than what you can see here. There's a lot of things that humans can't do that's still out there. Basically, a lot of people go through life being a slave to their senses. They think if they can't see it, then it's not true. They think if they can't feel it, if they can't touch it, it's not true. If they can't hear it, if they haven't heard it, then it's not true. But your mind is so powerful. If you constantly say, I want something to go this way, it's not going to go that way because you're lacking. You're coming at that situation from a point of lack. You're basically telling your body, I don't have this, I'm not worthy. Now, why I want to talk about this is I saw a comment from somebody saying, somebody comments on my channel and they said, every time I meet a new friend, they end up being mean to me or they end up leaving me. This person was asking me for advice saying, hey, what do I do? Like everybody who comes in my life is negative and they leave me or they treat me wrong. And that's literally, I mean, I don't know this kid's situation. He probably met 3 friends and they all were like, oh, you're weird. And then he thinks everybody's out to get him. But this kid is literally creating that reality. He thinks because that happened like twice, it's going to keep happening. Now, when I started this video, I told you that I need nothing. I go through my life needing nothing. And that gives me all the power. If you guys can harness that power, if you guys can go through life needing nothing and being okay with everything how it is, when you can go through life, now this is what I do. When you can go through life from a standpoint in your mind of like, okay, if this happens, cool. If this doesn't happen, cool. When you can go through every situation in your life and just be like, if this happens, cool, I'll deal with it. If this happens, cool, I'll deal with it. Life becomes so easy. The reason people live a horrible life, and I think I talked about this like 5 videos ago or whatever. The reason people hate their life is because they're constantly thinking of what might happen in the future. They're constantly thinking of what they did wrong in the past. People are always in the future and they're always in the past, but they're never right now. See, me, I have trained myself to always be very, very present. I am here right now. I'm talking to you right now. We're hanging out. But a lot of people in my same situation would be like, what am I going to eat later? How many subscribers do I have? Is my channel going to get deleted? Are my videos doing good? Like, people would worry about things. Also, people think about the past. They'd be like, I should have said this to that girl. She probably would have liked me if I would have said that. I should have invested my money in this instead of that. If you can live in the present, and then be okay with anything that happens in the future. If you can live in the present moment right now and be okay with how you lived your life before, if you can be okay with everything that's happened in your past, and if you could be okay and really be at peace with anything that's going to happen in the future, your life will be amazing. The only time you feel sad or you feel mad or you feel any bad emotions is when you're imagining a future situation that you don't like. Anytime you feel uncomfortable or have any bad emotions is when you're not okay with this moment right now. When you learn to be okay with this moment right now, you feel amazing. Like every single type of disease or bad mindset, like just any bad feelings you have is caused by you. You not being okay with what's happening right now. When you can be okay with what's going on in life and in your body and in your mind right now, if you can be okay saying, if I get in a car crash in a couple months, oh well, I'll deal with it. I almost just threw up. When you can be okay with anything that happens, you get so much power. I've seen this in my personal relationships. Back in the day, I've been in like a few relationships with girls and stuff. Back in the day, I used to always like want stuff. I used to want my girlfriend to do this. I wanted this to happen. Even my friends, I wanted my friend to do this. I wanted my friend to act this way. I wanted him to stop doing this. I wanted her to stop doing this. And I was so wrapped in that mindset of, I want this. If this doesn't happen, I'll be sad. And when those things didn't happen, the things that I wanted, when they didn't happen, then I would be affected. I'd be affected by these things. But once I realized that things are going to happen no matter what, and your reaction to these things, you can control, my life became amazing. Now when I hang out with people, I don't need anything from them. I don't want them to do anything. I am okay with them being exactly how they are and doing whatever they want, and they feel it. They feel my power. It's kind of like power versus force. Now, basically what power versus force is when you try to force things, you're coming at that thing with a state of no power. You don't have any power. But when you stop forcing things and you just let things be how they are, you have so much power. If you're hanging out with a girl, right? For example, I know a lot of you are like young, so you probably don't hang out with girls, probably in like recess. You're probably like running around the playground, scared to talk to her. I've been there. Let's say you're hanging out with a girl. When you're coming at that situation from power instead of force, whenever you're okay with whatever happens, you don't need anything. You don't want to kiss her at the end of the night. You might want to kiss her, but you don't need to kiss her by the end of the night. You don't need for her to like you. But when you're coming at it from a force perspective, whenever you need something to go a certain way, you start forcing things. You start worrying, what if this doesn't happen? What if this doesn't happen? And then when those things don't happen, or when those things do happen that you don't want, then you get in your head. But basically what I'm trying to say is you need to learn to become happy and become okay with whatever happens. There is no good and bad in the world. Believe it or not, there's no such thing as good. There's no such thing as bad. Everything just is what it is, and you create the good or bad in your head. Some people might see a guy who blows up a city and they might say, okay, that's really, really bad. But then some people in the world think that what he did was good because he did it for his religion. The reason that you can look at something and say that's bad, and those people can look at something and say that's good, is because it's all created in your head. So when you realize that you're the one who decides what's good and what's bad, if you can get rid of that judgment and stop judging everything and stop labeling things, stop saying this is good, this is bad, this is ugly, this is cute, this is normal, this is not normal. When you stop judging things and giving things labels, then everything just becomes what it is. It is. It isn't good, it isn't bad, it is what it is, and you just live with it, then you have so much power. I get whatever I want in life. My life is amazing. I love my life. I love everybody around me. I love everything that's going on. I just love my life, and it's because I don't need anything. If I upload a video and it gets 4,000 views, I don't give a damn. If I upload a video and it gets 4 million, I'm like, cool. I still don't give a damn because I don't need anything. When you don't need anything, things start to go your way. Just try it. Just try it, bro. Trust me, just try it. Try to realize that everything just is. It isn't good, it isn't bad. You don't need something. You don't hope something doesn't happen. Everything's just going to happen. And you just deal with it when it comes. You're going to have so much power if you do that. Peace out, y'all.